Gonna go with more pain, normal difficulty. Nomi probably figured out that I've been putting this off because it makes me anxious, but it's kind of hard to grow and get past that if you don't actually work towards it and get some experience. So I guess that's what I'm doing right now. Gonna go with more pain, normal difficulty. But yeah, this makes me anxious. Probably gonna look back these videos in like a year or two, and probably gonna make me cringe, but that's probably a good thing because it means I've grown. Let's see. I usually like to go with like minion-based builds, so I'm gonna go into alchemy here.
Through transformation, the will becomes free.
Let's see what we've got here.
It embellishes my undead features.
So the new DLC for Iratus just came out, and I've remained spoiler free, so I haven't looked at any of what these minions do. So I'm gonna go ahead and just read through them here. So standard physical attack moves him forward 2. A magic attack that hits everyone when he's in the first positions. Ignition, so fire damage, and a stress curse when he's in the back positions. Removes all buffs from enemies when you're in the back. Gives me a spell power buff for 4 turns and moves him backwards. And ultimate here.
Deadlier.
Physical attack for each 1% vigor and sanity that the target is missing. Inflict physical damage. And the max is 800%. So that's a pretty good finisher to just... They're missing a little bit of sanity, missing a bunch of vigor. You just smack them and do a ton of damage. So the Reaper here seems like it's going to be really good in both a stress damage team and just a health damage team. And we got the Abomination. Slice, so 35, ooh, so a weak physical attack, only from the first 2 positions. He gets plus 12 attack until end of combat, and moves him forward. Intimidating roar. Enemies on the chosen position and the next position in line switch to random positions, so shuffle. Battle thumping, intimidates all enemies, inspires all allies for 2 turns. All enemies lose initiative, evasion, and accuracy. All allies gain, and it ignores ward. That's pretty good. Shield redirects all damage to this guy, and he has spikes, so he deals damage back. And then a stress attack for his ultimate. Ooh, instantly destroy an enemy that has less than 20% sanity remaining after receiving damage from this ability. Then receives 10% vigor until the end of combat. That's pretty good. So maybe like a beefy guy to throw on a stress damage team, and he can take out like the mage automatons later on that are immune to stress damage. But anyways, I think I'm gonna start with a stress damage team here. The Infested is pretty good, so we're gonna make one of him.
Time to spread the contagion.
I think he goes in like position 3. Yeah, stress. Then position 4, just a Banshee, just a generic good stress damage dealer. We'll try out our new boys here.
What did I use to
The
make this?
Abomination and the Reaper.
Let's just say I have a dozen fewer asses in my stockpiles
Or,
as a
actually, I mean, I want the Reaper on my team, but might be better to maybe have like a Phantom. It's a hard choice. I think we'll go with a Phantom though, actually. Cat is freaking out, probably because I'm talking and not to my cat. Getting all lonely, not being the center of attention. Where was I? Crafting, and then a Wraith. So Ghostly Fire is really good for stress damage. Okay. Well, let's get into our first battle and see how awful it goes. The kingdom had need of the vast riches buried underneath the castle, great veins of iron that promised to fuel conquest after conquest, along with ancient artifacts from a long-forgotten age. The dwarves were eager to offer their services in this project, bringing their untested mining equipment and experimental concoctions for the promise of wealth. They only needed bodies that could obey, and the humans could provide. With dungeons filled to the brim with both criminals and rebels, there was no shortage of slaves to work these mines. Drugs were used to keep them docile as they dug ever deeper, year after year, unaware of the mortal danger that awaited them below. So here we have our first battle. Of course, you know, it's the first battle, so it's going to be super easy.
being alive is this
Just going to choose our stress damage squad and head in here. Okay. So, conscripts are usually pretty spooky, so I'm gonna try to get rid of him first. And yeah, that's basically what I was trying to avoid. We're just gonna buff all of our stress damage here. That's a nice smack. A real meaty thwap. So we probably want to put first dot on both of those guys, so that when he goes down to 0, he'll have a high chance of just dying to a heart attack. Pestilent Rain is also really good for finishing people off. And so far, so good, but I mean, it is the first of the game.
Good, good.
Heck yeah.
More materials. Ooh, I didn't think it would be this easy.
Easy game. Okay. Moves all buffs from the target. Target loses all initiative. I can only use this when I'm back. Do I have a Ghostly Veil, summons a cloud, and retreats? We're gonna do that. And then we're gonna give this man a good old-fashioned hollow stare. Scream at him. Just generally try to make him go insane. But yeah, as you can probably guess, at least for the stress, it's basically Darkest Dungeon logic, where once they're to 0, it's a recurring chance every time they take stress damage that they just die outright. Health works pretty normally though. They go to 0 and, you know, they die.
Ashes to ashes.
There we go.
Dust to dust.
Now, I don't know if killing enemies with stress damage actually gives you more parts. I couldn't think of the word. Minion parts for crafting. It seems like it does, but I haven't looked it up, so I could easily be wrong. That went really well. We took pretty much 0 damage. So we're probably just gonna keep going with the same group here. Contains the records of past battles, which can be used to raise the level of minions. We're gonna raise our minions level up over here, so that we can give all of these guys a buff. So, 2 points. I think we're gonna up evasion and dread, which is stress damage. Then go into abilities, and oh, we don't have an ability yet, so I'm just gonna ignore that. I think we're just gonna upgrade dread across the board. Just give us that extra oomph for these early battles here. Another 3. So again, this should be really easy. Although this time it is 2 conscripts, and they have that Sinister Strike at the beginning of the next turn. It'll deal almost 200% physical damage to a random target, and that can be really spooky if it hits. Presses the target for 2 turns, so this only hits 1. So we're gonna try to hit him, and of course we miss. Okay, that interrupts it. I don't know if moving characters always interrupts stances. I don't think it does, but I think he moved out of a position where he'd be able to use that in the first place, and that's why it was cancelled. Nice, nice. Ghost Flames, Ghost Flames. That's the curse that the Wraith puts on them. But when they go insane, they have a small chance of attacking their allies, which is, of course, less damage on your guys. And that's always a good thing.
Opposing me? You're last.
Cancel his stance again, so he can't hit us with a crazy amount of damage. Oh, gosh, forgot to switch it. Well, hope something terrible doesn't happen because of that. Hollow Stare. Oh, speaking of something terrible happening. That's really unlucky. Was that 3 misses in a row? Jesus. There we go. Thankfully it didn't continue there. Let's just try to finish one of these guys off. Ouch, that's kind of what I was afraid of. That wasn't... Oh, there we go. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Spiked Carapace. After killing an enemy with a critical hit, the minion gains 10% of the experience from the current level. That's pretty good. Especially if I do like a Dampier with a crit build. Which might be something to look into. I do really like that. Okay, so these guys are starting to get damaged here. So, let's see if I remember. I think it's the mortuary here. Which we're going to want to upgrade that. Because healing our boys is going to be very important. Basically between winning and losing. Throw him in here, or there we go. Use our souls. Now we can throw these 2 guys in here, and they're gonna be full health for the next time we need them. So now I'm gonna come in here, and I'm gonna make a Dampier. Which I think they were buffed in the latest patches, which is good because the first time I remember using them, they were kind of awful.
I expect less brooding
I haven't played this in a while, so I'm gonna probably have to read through a lot of these just as to remember what they all do. Physical attack, 80%. It's pretty decent. Aim for the vein. Critical hit restores health. That's why you do a crit build. Stress attack, but then it also gives you physical damage lost. That's always really good. Places a trap for 2 turns. They can't move. And if you shuffle them, they take 75% damage on that spot. And then this is attack 5 times and they lose all their resistance. So that's really good at melting like magic tanks. And then attack 3 times and get rid of all their armor. That's of course good against physical tanks. And I didn't... Yeah, and you basically want them in like position 1 here. Or possibly position 2 so they can masterful thrust. Maybe have them switch out with somebody. Like the Reaper. There we go. So I think he has... Yeah, so he can use Dissection and kind of swip out with the Dampier using, what's it called? Masterful Thrust. And that'll be pretty good. Let's take a look at the skins. Oh, I do like those new skins. I like them a lot. Black and gold is really good. But I do like the blue and the fancy rune sword. Let's see. So we got them. Now, who do we want to put in our back row here? I think vampires are pretty good in the back row. Yeah, they can move back. Lose vigor, but it resets cooldowns. Magic attack. Eh. They're okay. Just spam Bloody Strike from the back row here. And then, of course, Bloodthirst, which gives them lifesteal. So that's definitely an option. Blood Phantasm. Huh. And the classic is just the Bride of Iratus. Iratus? I have actually no clue how to pronounce it. So we're just gonna throw her in the background. And then I think zombies have some pretty decent abilities from the third slot. Not really. I mean, you can volley, but that's about it. Let's check out the Headhunter here. Those are good. Bloody Harvest is pretty good. And then, of course, these guys can always move forward 2 spaces, so it doesn't really matter. So we could probably throw a Headhunter here in position 3. I think the Blood Phantasm is better as like a frontline unit. Or, oh, accidentally closing things down. Let's check out the Ghoul here. I think the Ghoul is also a frontline unit. Or maybe just like a unit that likes to move around a lot and not really be set in the front or back. So yeah, I think we're gonna go with a Headhunter here.
One could call this one the strong silent type.
There we go. That'll be our physical damage team here, which we're gonna send out. No, this is just souls. Not even a battle. 24. Yeah, it's an okay amount. Okay, our first real battle is coming up here. So, I think Taskmasters are pretty scary, but so are the guards. I think the miners have a pretty spooky double attack too, but he's a lot less dangerous than the Taskmaster and the guard. So probably just a good idea to start off with Spectral Wave here. Just do some flat damage to all of them. Set that up so then we can hook somebody. And they're gonna get shot too. Of course it's a miss. Never lucky. There we go. Oh, he's gonna hit us every time remove. Yeah, that's not good. Rose for a lady.
Your frail bodies fail you.
Nice, just crit on everybody. Ouch. shift will kill me before you do. Highly unlikely. Considering I'm gonna just kill you. Goodbye, sir. Get a lucky crit here? Heck yeah. I think I really like the Reaper. Seems really good, from what little I've seen of him. I didn't really look at his upgrades though. Maybe he has really trash upgrades.
As worthless as you were in life, you will be worth something in death.
There we go.
Mine
Easy
the
game.
winning side.
Second brain. Start of each round, the minion receives 3 attack and 3 dread. Can't. That's really good. I haven't seen that. I played this before. I got maybe to like the second to last, third to last area. Decent amount of the way into the game, and I never saw that. But there's probably a ton of stuff I've never seen. So this could just be something that's new to me and not new to the DLC, so to say. Okay. So yep, those guys are healed back up. So we're probably going to want to basically just switch them out. Who's our lowest health guys here? Probably these front liners. They'll heal a little bit, but not a lot in between rounds. Let's see. I think Obelisk attracts souls, and we need another Wraith. I'm gonna build that. Or never mind, because we don't have any ectoplasm. Suppose. Oh, potion making. This must be new with the DLC because I haven't seen this before. So I'll come back to that because I want to go to alchemy. And I want to make some ectoplasm.
Behold my work.
There we go. Now we can make a wraith here. And then send him off to the obelisk to be consumed and turned into a building. Goodbye, sir.
The stone of the obelisk hums with the power of souls drawn towards it. Many ancient monuments were built.
And that'll boost our soul production, and we can actually get a lot more of these random buildings up and running. Especially the mortuary. Just getting that to a high level is super useful. Flasks, I'm guessing that's for the potion creation. Filled with items and filled with items. Cultists over there who give us consumables or minion items. West. I think taking this far road on the right here is probably what we're gonna do. Yeah, it's past those elite squads. Don't think they would kill us, but it wouldn't exactly be a fun early game fight to try to get past them. Oh, gosh darn it. One of these days I'll learn how to actually click on things. Spell power. Minion can't be moved. That's pretty good. They start in position 1 or 2. They receive +5 vigor. That's pretty good as well. I think we're gonna go with the bull skull. Get into our next battle here. Moving merrily along. Oh look, he's doing our work for us. This'll be the day we hit this attack. Never mind. I don't... Okay, this guy actually does have some buffs. We'll try this out. I never really get a lot of use out of it. Mostly because I'm bad at predicting when these guys are going to be using their buff abilities. Let's just try to get this guy up to the front. Deal some good stress damage. Nice double miss for us. Do I try it again? Oh my gosh. Finally. So yeah, that basically did nothing. So let's just stick to the hollow stairs. Dang, if only he was a little faster so we could set up, what is it? This no stance. That and the Terror Wave are a super good combo. Let's just finish that guy off.
Part of the breathless tide.
Think I'm just gonna set up for another Terror Wave here. Good Leg Garden. That's just a big AoE curse damage, curse stress. I think we're just gonna... I don't even know why I keep trying, because it seems like I miss every single time with that ability. Lucky Betrayal. Man, maybe I need to put points into everybody's accuracy. They keep missing.
My kingdom comes.
One of these days. Dot on them. So they have a chance to just die on their turn again. I think. Can I actually try to get that guy back down? Hmm.
Maybe I'll craft this
There we go.
furniture.
Got a nice amount of souls, some flasks. Now would probably be a pretty decent time to go look at what the potion making is. Okay, so replace ingredients here. Explosive mixture. Target enemy loses 20% of their max vigor. That's pretty good. Let's just see what some of this stuff does. Something is wrong. Okay, so if it's not something that'll lead to an actual potion, it won't even let us do it.
With knowledge and will comes victory.
That's pretty decent. I think we're gonna want to save our parts, at least until we start getting a ton more with our alchemy stuff here. Just the chance of receiving uncommon or better parts. 100% more mana with calcination, 100% more vigor.
The formulae reveal their secrets.
One additional part, that's what I'm thinking of. So that's definitely going to be something to get. Then the souls received at the end of battle.
The formulae reveal their secrets.
+8 vigor. Necromancy power is super good. We need, of course, to go. Well, it's a little too late to undo it, but probably gonna want to go Scalpel Artist and then just straight down to Necromancy power here. And these guys got their first skill point, which just modifies abilities and gives them a stat boost. Let's see. Moves the target, removes all buffs, and removes evasion. I think we're gonna want to go with the removing evasion here, because that missing really sucks. Anything you can do to drop variance is usually what you want to do. And then speaking of that, we'll up our accuracy here. And just, we'll save a point. Definitely upgrade this guy's accuracy because holy crap. Was he missing like every other attack? Let's see. 70 and 45. Okay, so 85. This just ups the curse damage by a flat amount. And this one makes it last longer. And this one also gives us +1 dread, so it just makes us do more stress damage off the top, too. Let's see. Pestilent Rain. Which actually... well, it doesn't reduce the damage. It does the same damage, but crits do 225% stress damage. And then cannot miss, which is also really good. I mean, we just put points into accuracy. So do we want this to be more of a damage or something to finish people off with? I think I'm gonna mostly be using it to finish people off, so we're gonna go with the accuracy buff. Let's see, Wraith. Probably want to upgrade Ghostly Fire. 2 positions in line. And that's just the damage buff. But it does give us more initiative. But I do like the bigger AoE. I'm gonna go with the initiative and just damage up.
A nasty surprise.
I think we'll throw some points into initiative too, just so he can try to maybe go. What's her initiative? 5, and his is 7, so he'll go first now. Probably just want to upgrade his armor, since he's going to be sitting on the front line. Need somebody tanky to just soak up the hits, and Dark Knights are really good at that, especially because they have a self-heal with their ultimate. Just throw a point into armor. And maybe just buff the Hollow Stare. I'm just gonna go with the flat damage because I'm not really gonna mess around with buffing the buff and debuffing enemies, though there is an undead minion specifically for that, which just stacks buffs and then does damage for buffs on the enemy. My brain is too small to try to figure that out though, but maybe in the future. And I didn't even check what his new skin. Ooh. I like the new skin. That's been a pretty consistent theme that I've liked pretty much all of the new skins. That just makes him a full ghost. Doesn't even have the heads anymore. She gets a hood. Abomination. Disgusting Great Unclean One from Warhammer. Oh, hey, speaking of Warhammer. I wouldn't be surprised if that was a reference to it, though it kind of looks generic. Got some chainmail, and he has an axe instead of a sword. Interesting. Oh, weird. It's like a Beast Man. Interesting, interesting. Grab these 2 guys, and I'll send them out. Probably once we get them to level 3 and upgrade them, we'll probably stop the recording here. At least for today, anyways. Okay. Undead are at home in darkness, their vision piercing the black veil with ease. Right now, your undead host has spotted a living patrol. They do not seem aware of you yet, so this might be your best chance for an ambush. Let's just fight them. Probably a couple elites, gosh darn it. We're probably going to want to get rid of those boys right away. Because they do not mess around. And of course they're going to start moving around. And this guy has 10 physical armor here, so I'm just trying to hit him with magic attacks. Although I could hit him with the Sundering Squall and just remove all of his physical armor. There's definitely an argument to be made there. Get rid of that guy's block. Just have the Reaper keep using the AoE skills. Think let's just hit with some more AoE.
Left to reanimate.
We'll put the ignition buff. Ow. Don't think he has any healing, so that is not good. Oh, he disappeared. He's not here anymore. Ooh. Think I'm gonna use this because I want him out of here. Those elites are scary. And then we can throw an ignition on that guy. Heck yeah. Easy game. Can we get a crit to finish him off? No. Of course, he keeps hitting my poor Reaper. Just dual slash. Another miss. Cool, cool. Slowly chip away at him. There we go.
A predictable outcome.
A little spooky. We made it through. Crush the humans and add their bodies to your stockpile. Oh, and they all get 3 stat points, and I get a bunch of experience. But they didn't level up. That is not good. I forgot to send them to the mortuary. Gosh darn it. I'll throw them in there now. It seems like a waste, but we'll just do this real quick. Use some of our spare parts. Ooh, we did get an uncommon piece there.
Ah, the smell of successful alchemy.
I think I'm gonna move him back too, just because I don't want him, my poor Reaper, dying. We should level up after this battle here. I'll be really surprised if we don't. They have physical armor. Just buff up our damage real quick. And ow. Nice. Breaking their block. Those buffs, they do stack. That's kind of spooky. Oh, but he has his armor back, so we can send him forward. And I didn't realize that one still had his block on.
Extinction of life.
Ow. Yeah, these guys are not messing around. Oh, nice life steal. looking really close for our poor Reaper.
One by one, life vanishes from this world.
Oh, I didn't look at what the Reaper's passive is. It might be healing everybody. That's what I think I saw. Oh, let's just finish this guy off.
Mop up the gore. I'd hate to see plants using it as fertilizer.
So let's see here. Reaper. When killing an enemy, the Reaper restores 10% vigor to itself and all minions. So yeah, he heals everybody with a kill. And that's pretty good. Critical hit. So we could go for a crit build with our bride here. Bosses are immune. I think we just want to go with Heart Piercer. Gives us more accuracy too, not that we need a lot of it. We're already 115. But it'll be really good for those high evasion guys that start popping up later on.
Now, prove yourself worthy of my investment.
Jeez, we have a lot of stat points here. I'm gonna throw a couple into luck there to give us a better crit chance. Attack. And then I think just health. Because I tend to lose my brides very quickly. Because they're really squishy. Oh, he can get more... Or that's armor and resistance. Getting more ward and block is super expensive. What the heck? I don't even know if it's worth... Oh, it is +4 for 5. Let's get some armor since he's staying in the front positions. Headhunter. He has awful accuracy, so we're gonna up that a couple times. And then... I want to put some points into... Go with some more damage. There we go. Did I did not pick his ability. Deals 80% damage to the enemies on the chosen position. Okay, so this just makes it so it's a guaranteed to hit someone. It's not a random attack. And this has a very small chance to instantly kill. Think get rid of variance. It gives him some much needed accuracy too. We'll probably go for this one as well on his next level. Okay. For her, it's interesting. I think just this gives more crit, and it just makes it lifesteal for 100% instead of 65%. And then we can just throw a bunch of points into luck. Give her a high crit chance. Do you want evasion or just more attack? I think evasion is pretty good. We could give her the second brain. Or the Reaper with his combo damage might actually be really good. They're both kind of candidates for the second brain right now. We could give him the bull skull. Could also just soup up our Fallen Dampier here and just give her the bull skull and the second brain, which might actually be a winning strategy here, especially since I usually have her in the front. And then we can focus on getting her accuracy and crit chance up and not have to worry about damage so much because she's getting a lot of it from the second brain. It actually seems like a pretty good idea to me. So I'm going to go ahead and throw those in there. And yeah, that's going to do it for today. We'll see how long it takes me to work up the courage to make another episode here. Hopefully it won't be too long.